Hello students, welcome to EPG Pathshala. I am Dr. Tariq Ashraf from University of Delhi. Today we are going to talk on module Electronic Databases in Social Science from paper Information Sources in Social Science. So students, let's see what we are going to learn from this module today. The objective of this module is to familiarize the students with different types of electronic databases in social sciences. The emergence of information and communication technologies, that is ICT, during last 2 decades have profoundly impacted all walks of life, including teaching, learning and research. This has led to development of reading material in electronic format which is available to researchers online through internet. A stage has arrived where bulk of reading material in printed form is being digitized and made accessible commercially by publishers in the form of databases. During the last decade, several databases of journals, books, and other scholarly materials have been subscribed to by libraries and made available to their scholars. Academic institutions and scholarly societies are producing their research output digitally and making them available to public freely through institutional repositories. Role of electronic databases to have additional value added services like SDI and article alerts. Through these electronic databases, libraries can provide value added services like article alert services. As and when a particular article is published of an interest of a scholar, an email alert is received by the scholar about its publication. This service alerts the research scholar about the literature available and allows him to access this particular literature instantly. Save a lot of time of user and also leads to effective utilization of resources. Electronic databases saves time of the user as the information is available readily and in a 24 by 7 mode. It also leads to effective utilization of resources as whatever user wants is immediately accessible to him and her, and the entire text is searchable through various parameters. The user's time is not wasted in browsing and finding out what is available on what subject. He and she can immediately reach the desired paper, the desired subject with a click of mouse. Role of electronic databases. Databases contain virtually millions of records and keep increasing on daily basis. All these databases have inbuilt search engines which allow a user to carry out search by author, title, subject and keywords, lead to quicker retrieval of information. As is visible from these slides, electronic information contain millions of records which are updated on daily basis. So in terms of coverage, these electronic databases are unmatchable with any resource. They have strong search engines which allow a user to search across these databases through various parameters and save a lot of time of the researchers. The retrieval of the information is also very quick as it is machine based, and as compared to print resources, the information in electronic databases can be find out instantly and without wastage of any time. Need for electronic databases. To developing of reading material in electronic format which is available to readers online through internet. Several databases of journals, books and other scholarly materials have been subscribed by libraries and made available to their scholars. These databases of electronic research papers, research articles are available through internet. So they can be accessed from any location. The user is not required to come to the library physically, he and she can access these resources with the help of internet from his and her desktop and from his residence or any other location. These databases are being subscribed in large numbers by libraries for their scholars, as there is a currently there is a complete transition and transformation from print resources to electronic, and libraries have to develop these resources to meet the increased user requirement for information in electronic format. A bulk of reading material in printed form is being digitized and made accessible commercially by publishers in the form of databases. Academic institutions and scholarly societies are themselves providing their research output digitally and making available to public freely through their institutional repositories. So currently it can be said that print resources are being transformed into digital format and being made accessible by several commercial organizations in the form of databases. Lot of journals which were published earlier in the paper form are today available digitally through these commercial organizations. Academic institutions and scholarly societies are themselves transforming and converting this analog material into digital format and making available to public freely through creating repositories, digital repositories, and putting this material online format without charging anything. So it can be stated that these databases have emerged as vital information resource which are both available on subscription basis and also freely available to researchers through various scholarly societies and learning bodies. Contents of databases. These databases consist of following materials: journal articles, magazine articles, newspaper articles, book review, chapters, citation, and even full complete books. So these databases have essentially a wider coverage, and whatever scholarly literature is being published from different sources is being made available in the form of databases through various bodies, through both commercial and scholarly, in the form of databases. Dissertation, thesis, citation and analysis, abstracts of article and thesis also form the contents of these databases. Today, a large number of theses and dissertations being produced by several universities are available online. Similarly, citation and analysis databases have emerged like Scopus and Web of Science, which provide the facility of knowing the citations and also analyzing these citations through various parameters. Similarly, abstracts of articles and theses are also available through these databases. These are not full text databases but only confined to abstracts and small reviews so that a user can have some idea about the full text content. Kinds of databases. The databases are of various kinds depending upon their subject and also source of publications. These databases are being brought out in different formats. They are being brought out by aggregators and also by direct publishers. Aggregators, databases of full text articles defined by subject area and sold as a single product rather than as individual subscription are aggregators product. An aggregator is essentially a vendor or distributor who provides access to several databases of different kinds. He essentially aggregates various publications at one place and provides access. ProQuest and EBSCO are two leading publishing companies which are into aggregations of databases and are defined as major aggregators. Subject specific. Then there are subject specific databases wherein a particular subject is brought out mostly by learned societies or organization in the form of a database and can be defined as a subject database. Databases brought out by learned bodies like American Psychological Association is a subject specific database. Yet another category of databases is full text database. Full text database consists of complete text of the subject covered by the databases like journals, books, and magazines. Business Source Premier and ABI Inform are full text databases of journals in the area of business and management. Abstract databases. In comparison to full text databases, there are databases which only contain abstracts. Databases like Econolit contain only abstracts of articles but allow one to access full text by providing links. So these databases essentially contain a brief introduction to the database, to the paper and publications, and also have the facilities for providing access to full text by linking them with the full text. So these are essentially databases which have limited purpose, and their basic purpose is to provide some brief outline of that database in the form of an abstract. Then there are citation databases. Citation databases like Scopus and Web of Knowledge are citation analysis databases allowing one to know as to how many times a particular research paper has been cited by other researchers. These citation databases play key role in evaluating the contents of research and also to know how much impact has been created by these papers by knowing how many times these papers, research papers or articles have been cited by subsequent researchers. So citation databases are basically databases which have the facility of knowing the quality and the impact of a particular research paper through these quantitatively measuring techniques. Issues for consideration in electronic databases. The databases consist of following material: journal articles, magazine articles, newspaper articles, book reviews, chapters, citations, dissertations, thesis, citation and analysis. Journal article is published by content providers and publishers, sold, licensed to vendors. Similarly, indexes and abstracts are added to databases, and vendor sales licenses databases to libraries, and subscriptions are paid yearly. So it can be stated that these databases consisting of various materials are prepared by or produced by different vendors, and value addition is done to them like creating indexes and abstracting, and are sold to or licensed to libraries on subscription basis for a particular period like an year. Subscription, these are subscription based models wherein libraries have to pay regular subscription for them for availing access to these databases every year. So the point of discussion herein is that As long as the subscription is paid, the access is available for these electronic databases. Unlike print material, which is once acquired is always accessible. The access is limited for a period of subscription, and once the subscription ceases to exist, the access is also comes to an end. So this is the vital issue for consideration in electronic databases, that the access is dependent upon the term of subscription. Important databases. Some important databases in the form of abstracts are as follows. Current abstracts. Current abstract offers complete bibliographic citation information for nearly 9,800 scholarly academic journals. This database provides up-to-date table of contents, abstracting and indexing for included journals. Second important abstract database is Library Information Science and Technology Abstract Lista. Its subject coverage includes librarianship, classification, cataloging, bibliometrics, online information retrieval, information management, and more. Important full-text databases are as follows. ABI Inform Complete. ABI Inform Complete database provides a comprehensive coverage of business and economic events from across the globe. It offers nearly 3,000 full-text titles of journals covering business and economic management, economic conditions, corporate strategies, management technique, as well as competitive and product information. Second important database in the form of electronic information is Academic Search Premier, which covers nearly every area of academic study including computer science, engineering, physics, chemistry, language, linguistics, art and literature, medical science, ethnic studies, and many more. Yet another important database is Emerald Management Extra. Emerald Management Extra is the largest, most comprehensive collection of peer-reviewed management journals and online support for libraries, faculty, researchers, and students. It offers much more than journals in a library or papers online. Emerald Management Extra provides the opportunity to exchange ideas and information through this platform. It is a very important database for the students of management, and most of the management libraries subscribe to Emerald Management Extra. Humanities International Complete is another important database. It is a comprehensive database of humanities contents providing full text of hundreds of journals, books, and other published sources from around the world. This database includes all data from American Humanities Indexes and Humanities International Indexes. HIC is an invaluable resource for students, researchers, and educators interested in all aspects of humanities with worldwide content pertaining to literacy, scholarly, and creative thought. Sage Journals Online. Sage Journal Online is considered one of the most prestigious online database for social scientists. The Sage full-text collections are award-winning, discipline-specific research databases of the most popular peer-reviewed journals in communication studies, criminology, education, management and organization studies, material science, political science, psychology, sociology, and urban studies and planning, published by Sage Publications and participating societies. It provides researchers and students with a research environment that is easy to use and complete with the most up-to-date contents and back files. SOC Index with full text. SOC Index with full text is the world's most comprehensive and highest quality sociology research database. SOC Index covers abortion, criminology and criminal justice, demography, ethnic and racial studies, gender studies, marriage and family, political sociology, religion, rural and urban sociology, social development, social psychology, social structure, social work, sociocultural anthropology, sociological history and sociological research, sociological theory, substance abuse and other addiction, violence and many others. Thus, it is quite wide in its coverage and provides vital access to these resources in the area of social sciences. Cambridge University Press. It is another important database coming from Cambridge University. To advance learning, knowledge and research worldwide, the Cambridge University Press publishes over 220 peer-reviewed academic journals for the global market. Containing the latest research from a broad sweep of subject areas, Cambridge journals are accessible worldwide in print and online. Cambridge University Press brings out this database for the online version and provides access to all important peer-reviewed academic journals from the university, that is Cambridge University. One of the most important features of these databases is that they are available 24 by 7. They are also searchable, full text, and they are also shareable. Unlike print resources where there were several kind of constraints that these cannot be searched, these cannot be shared. If you share them through photocopying, that constitutes the violation of copyright. But these databases allow to be searched instantly with a click of mouse. You can search through author, title, through keyword, through subject, through publisher, or through year. Then these can be shared across the wider community. It is very easy to download and save these databases for future reference. So these databases create another kind of situation where most of the resources are available to researcher with a click of mouse. Unlike print resources where the researchers has to go to the library physically and browse these resources, find them out. These resources can be accessed from the desktop, from the office itself, or from the comfortable environment of its residence. These databases create a challenge for their management for customizing services accordingly for the library community. Libraries have to come up with new kind of ideas, with new kind of services, and develop new kind of competencies to handle these online resources. They have to work in anticipation. They have to understand the research and the information requirement, and to create subject gateways, to create subject capsules accordingly, so that user is not lost in the vast array of information and is able to get to what actually he is requiring in instantly. There is a challenge also of preservation of these resources, because technology is fast changing and we have to devise ways and means so that this digital format is available for posterity and is not handicapped by the emergence of new platforms, new devices. This is a wider challenge, and the library associations, library professionals have to understand this challenge and work on new ideas so that these resources are available on perpetual basis. Now, students, let us see which are some important databases in social sciences. Probably the most important database in social sciences is JSTOR. JSTOR is a not-for-profit service that helps scholars, researchers, and students discover, use, and build upon a wide range of contents in a trusted digital archive and over 1,000 academic journals and other scholarly contents. JSTOR was founded in 1995 to build a digital archive for scholarship Today, it works with the scholarly community to preserve their work and the materials they rely upon, and to build a common research platform that promotes the discovery and use of these resources. With participation and support from international scholarly community, JSTOR has created a high-quality interdisciplinary archive of scholarship, is actively preserving over 1,000 academic journals in both digital and print formats, and continues to greatly expand access to scholarly works and other materials needed for research and teaching globally. The entire corpus of JSTOR is full text, searchable, offers search terms, highlighting, includes high quality images, and is interlinked by millions of citations and references. The archive is unique in terms of scale, content, and the significant use it receives. It is recognized especially for offering a unique interlinked aggregation of scholarly works, facilitating interdisciplinary and historical research, exemplary standards for digitization and competence, interface and functionality that supports academic use, high reliable access, and long-term preservation. Oxford University Press. Like Cambridge University, Oxford University also publishes well over 230 academic and research journals covering a broad range of subject areas, two-thirds of which are published in collaboration with learned societies and other international organizations. Oxford University Press provides access to all these very important and scholarly acclaimed journals throughout the publishing world. It can be stated that databases are most important emerging library resources and are available for entire range of learning and research. These databases, accessible in online format, are adding value to the libraries and also supplementing and complementing the print form of resources. They are emerging fast and are being updated on daily basis. This is their key strength, their updation and current and regular availability has an added advantage over the published material, which is often late in publication and updated after a long time. To conclude the discussion, it can be stated that there are variety of electronic databases available in the area of social science, adequately meeting the information requirement of social scientists and researchers. These databases are both available through aggregators and directly from publishers and scholarly societies. Since these databases are accessible electronically, availability of IT infrastructure like computers and internet is one of the imperatives. Yet another requirement for the accessibility of these databases is large, create a large awareness about this, because we still are living in a print world and access to electronic databases is still restricted to a great extent. Hence, it is imperative on the part of library community to create large-scale awareness about the availability of these resources, to conduct information literacy and competency programs so that users, researchers, scholars are able to effectively utilize these services. These services have various kinds of inbuilt facilities like customization like article alert services, which can be easily integrated with these databases. Once the scholar is able to know about these utilities, it becomes all the more easier for him or her to use these databases effectively in their research. Hence, it is necessary on the part of libraries to conduct these programs and make these facilities and utilities known to the wider community through conducting workshops, through awareness programs, through orientation programs, and through information literacy campaigns. The information world is changing rapidly, and libraries have to realize its importance. They have to now move from print to electronic environment, and this transition has to be coupled with several interlinked activities and services. Today, we have also to change the mindset of our service people so that they are not averse to the idea of digitization, they are not averse to providing access to these resources in an online environment. They should also build educate competencies. They must also go through the content of these databases so that they are strongly familiar with them, and they are also able to provide ready reference kind of services. They are able to download, they are able to share, they are able to save these articles and make available to the faculty and researchers like they used to do in print world. Accordingly, we have to change, and this is the challenge of managing the change, also managing the transformation from E to P, rather from P to E, so that these vast resources which are available in a 24 by 7 format are actually used for research for the benefit of mankind.